because we're not going to worry about the menu in this area. We're going to mess with menus later. Let's go ahead and publish that. All right? So now you've got a home page and a blog page, right? So now we can actually turn the site so that it lands on the home page and blog just happens to be secondary. So we'll go under now, under settings, under reading. This is how people are going to read my site. And say, not look at my latest blogs. I want it to go to my static page. I want it to be the home page. I want my posts to be on this page called blogs. Okay? And I'm going to show you another trick. A trick that nobody just never does. And you have these systems. See this little thing right here? Search engine visibility. If you click this, discourage search engines from indexing your site. Well, why in the world would you ever do that? Right? Well, when you're building a site, you want to do that because of the indexing nothing. And once Google comes around, it's going to say, this site don't have nothing. And it's going to take a while for it to ever come back because it already indexed you. So you click that while you're building it.
Amen.
And you keep it from searching you. Okay? But now I'm not going to do it because I'm going to show you why, once you turn it on, what you need to do to make this really work. So, just for all intents and purposes, when you're building it, click it. When you're done building your site, unclick it. Okay? Remember to hit Save Changes. Save. Now, while we're in settings, let's pick some other things. And normally you won't have to do this because your webmaster have done it for you. Okay? But if they don't, this is what you need to do. Now we're going to go back up to General. Remember, we're in settings now. We want to rename our site. We want to tag our site. You know, this stuff is searchable. So if it's your site, whatever, put in your name. Make it make something that has something to do with your site. Right here, WordPress address URL, site address URL. Do not mess with this or you'll be calling me. Bill, if you screw with these and don't know what you're doing, you'll get the white screen of death. PHP, when it fails, gives you a white screen with nothing. There's nothing. Okay? What this is telling us, the database, where are my files? So you screw with these things, they'll be jacked. Now this is a way you can move a site, sort of, if you want to like fake a hacker out, you can like save all your files in another directory and then change this, and then it might think you're there, but it's really using it somewhere else. It's just you can fake the hackers out. Don't do that. All right? This is the email address that your website is going to be sending from. So if someone hits contact us, it needs to use that email address to send from. If it's not based on your domain, you're probably going to lose 20% of your email because it won't go out and you'll never know that it didn't do it.
So just create a new
Create an email address based on your domain. Okay? This allows people to register to your website or not. What does it do? Notice right here, log in, log out. There's no way to register here. Okay? If I were to click this and save it, there would be a thing that says register now. It allows users to become a member. Okay? I'm going to turn that off for right now. But if you do have a site that people register to, your lead generation, you're trying to collect the information to contact people, make sure they're subscribers and not when they register, they become an admin.
Ooh. Mercy, Jesus.
Or the moment they register, they took over your site and you're done. Okay? Why in the hell did they put that option in? I have no idea. But that's with power. They give you a lot of layers of content. Okay? Now, this guy here, see this thing says time zone? Yes, ma'am.
Say hypothetically I'm working on this and I want you to go in and redraft something, edit, give me an awesome animation for the new career coach. Can I go in and give you admin access? Do you go
Yes,
in
you
and
can.
see a thing
You
and
can
then
do
knock
that.
it back off?
You can do that per user.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as
per
a user logs in, you go back in and say they're a user, they're an admin. Or you can set them to other levels, these author and editors, and they only have access to areas like your posts and your pages. They can't go mess with other stuff.
Okay.
Like they can't go and turn a plugin off. or change your theme on you, or change your password.
Oh,
Because an admin can change another admin's password. But an admin can't delete his own self while he's logged in. So you'd have to produce another admin, log in under that admin, and go mess with that admin. Word to the wise as a hacker. The moment you install this and become an admin, go in and make another user, make them an admin, and delete the first one.
Say that again?
yeah.
When you first install this, you become admin, right?
Right.
Once you're in the system, go create another user, make that an admin, log out, log in as that second admin, and delete that first guy. You know why? Because hackers look at things that happen naturally. Naturally, the first user is an admin. But if you make him just a user, he can't get into that door. That's just a hacking tip.
That must be so important, especially with e-commerce sites. Oh
Yep.
my gosh.
Yep. All right. Still, see the next thing where it says time zones? You want that time zone to be relative to yourself. So, see right here where it says 3:45? This is based in military time. So anything over 12, add 12. You understand that? So if that's 3:45, add 12 to it. So we just go find where we're at. And you don't have to worry about the date format, time format. You can leave that the way. That's just your own relative self. This here, if you ever have a calendar, some people start on Sundays, some people start on Mondays. That's up to you and the language, whatever. Save it, and let's see if this time now equals the time here. See, it's off by now. See that? So that means this server is probably based on the East Coast. So we go -5. Let's try it. And 15. So now we got it. So now we know where that server is based in. The reason why you do that because people are going to be logging in internationally. So when they look at your calendar, you don't want it to be a day behind or a day forward. So the system needs to know where it literally is. Once it knows where it is, it can tell that this guy logs in, I need to move my time up, or I need to move my time back. Okay? So that's the settings. Now we already did reading, so we're going to go to writing. Writing means what's the natural state of how when you post, what happens as a poster, as a blog poster. So we're going to say that the formatting, just leave that alone. Emoticons, turn them on or off. You know what an emoticon is? That's those little smiley face things you put on your text, emoticons. So you can turn them on or off if someone wants to be able to do that. So if they put in a colon and whatever, turn it into a little smiley face, right? So I just leave this alone. Now, since you have the ability to make categories in blogs, you can set the default area for blogging to some other category. Well, we didn't go mess with that yet, so the only one available is uncategorized. So it's saying the default area for category will be uncategorized.
So that's the one that's going to show up first.
That's going to show up all the time anyway. So you go back and go change that, so that's the default. The default format for your blogs can be all kinds of things. When you post a blog, there's a feature in there that let them know to turn off the headers, turn off the name, turn off the author. Those are different formats for blogging. I would just leave it for standard right now. You can do that per post. So when you make a new blog, you can set what category, what kind of format it is when you do them. So don't worry about that. Leave that alone.
Leave it as standard.
Leave it as standard. Next, now this is something nobody ever uses. It is a very big, powerful thing. A WordPress site has the ability to be posted remotely through an email address. So you can tell that you can make up an email address. Like, let's say you're a newspaper and you want people to start posting news remotely, but you don't want to be messing with them. So you can say, send your news to news@whateveryoursite.com. When they send an email there, the system will receive it and inject it into your website all by itself. Now, it could be Viagra commercial.
Right, yeah.
Okay?
Oh.
But that's why the system will hold it for you to approve it.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you go and you'll see right here, it says, waiting for approval. You'll get that. All right? So
What
anyway,
category is that under, that option?
this is all under writing.
Under writing?
Under settings and writing. Okay, but I never use it. A lot of people don't use it.
So
But,
we
but-
won't be,
yeah.
most likely we won't be.
but I'm just giving you a note. Now, here is a grand poobah thing. Remember I told you what things you need to write down? This is something you need to write down.
Okay.
right here. In this area alone can make and break your website. Notice when I told you before to leave that little box checked, don't index my site.
Yeah.
Well, if you uncheck it, this little box here shows up. Updating services. WordPress is so powerful and designed to market so well that whenever you do a post, it will tell the search engine all by itself, I just wrote something, come check it out. That's what this is. It will ping the server to tell Google to come to me because I have new content. But let me show you how to boost this up. Notice this little link right here, updating services?
Yeah.
Right mouse click it, open up in a new tab. So you keep all your windows open. Go here and go get all these.
Stop.
Oh, wait, okay, you gotta do that one more
Copy
time.
them.
I missed that.
Go over
Ping
here.
it. And it's gonna ping all of them
And-
with your new blog
Yep,
post.
and paste that right in there.
Okay, where'd you get that from? Just tell me that again.
Right there.
Okay. So click the update services.
Yep, make sure you don't lose your site. So right mouse click it and open it in another tab so you don't lose your window.
Right.
Then go over there and go get them all.
Open another tab.
The moment you say something on your website, all these guys get notified.
Go get them and cut and paste. Wow.
That's why you want to turn this updating service off when you're building your website. Because every time you add content, it's continuously telling them, come get me, come get me, come get me. So don't do it yet,
Okay, I won't do it yet.
okay? Once you get it, put it in place, update it, and now get, look, now every time you do a new blog post, everybody comes and knows you're there. Notice who's in there. I mean, look, moreover, blog digger, I mean, it's got all the people in here.
Do they have any by industry?
Yeah, probably. You just have to go look at fingers and then it'll know.
I just like a friend of mine did this, and I mean, like it hit every news search, ABC, CNN, I mean, everybody.
Yep, yep,
Everybody. It's like completely national and global.
yep. So now, you don't have to worry too much about like submitting your site to search engines and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Because it's doing it for you every time you hit the button. Okay? All right, so that's under writing. We've already done reading. So now let's look at discussion. Discussion is how people interact with your blogs. So if you post a blog, what do you want them to have access to on your site to interact with? Well, look, there's a lot of things that are sort of be standard, and you can leave them alone. You can read them; they sort of in English. But other things you need to really worry about are things like this. A user must be registered, logged in to comment. Now that comes with a caveat. Some people hate to log in, so you might lose. Well, at least you know they're real. If you don't do that, then you need to have a system that you're gonna have to approve everything, and it's gonna be definitely spam. All right, so you can turn it on. I always turn it on. I make people register before they say something on my site. All right. Next, you can make it so that if an article is old, it starts deleting the comments. It starts moving to the older areas. So you automatically close comments on an article older than 14 days. Okay. So you can read some of these things, but the ones you really want to notice is that one, and under here. Email me whenever an anonymous post a comment. Anyone, I'm sorry. And then the next one, a comment is held for moderation. If you turn that off, every comment goes straight on your website and becomes live. You don't want that. Okay?
Comment itself for moderation.
The next thing, right here. Before a comment appears, comment must be manually approved. Sounds redundant, doesn't it? Held for moderation, manually approved. Because this next one here says, comment author must have previously approved 2 comments and then they go in automatically. Don't do that, because a good hacker, they'll write 2 good ones, and when you approve them, they'll spam the crap out of you after that. So we turn that off. All right? Now, in here, you can moderate stuff like if you don't want certain words on there, you want people to call names, whatever, you can put those words in and trap them out. Okay?
Bad words.
Bad words. It won't allow it. It just won't let it go in. Under here, comment blacklist. If those people keep doing that, you can put their IP address, email, or username in and they can't comment at all ever. Trap them out. Okay? Remember I told you about avatars?
Yeah.
Show them or not. Show, you can set it for, well, this is stupid how they did this.
G-rated.
Yeah, this right here should be underneath that, okay? This is really relative to these. So show avatar. Well, the type of avatar is either a mystery person or a gravatar. So you can turn that on. And then their gravatars show up. Or some random icon to show.
Can you do
Right.
multiple ones?
No.
Just
you
one or
won't.
the other?
Mhm.
But you said you recommended Grated.
I recommend gravatar, even
Okay.
though you might want to check it before you delete them.
Okay.
But see right here? Gmail. I mean,
G-rated.
what am I saying? G-rated.
Yeah, that's all we want.
Now, not necessarily,
Okay.
because, some of you guys that make these X-rated sites, no, I'm telling you. Those that say, guys, girls don't do this stuff. But anyway, you definitely want to G-rated. If you do anything other than G-rated, Google will knock you out the box real low. All automatically. And guess what? Manually built websites don't put that meta tag in place. They don't put it. So what does Google assume? That they're X-rated.
Wow.
Because they don't set that meta tag. You had a question? Oh,
I'm thinking.
Okay. All right, and then make sure you hit save changes. Okay? All right, now remember this though. Remember, this normally is done by your webmaster.
Right.
I'm giving you this so that whenever you have a problem with it, you know what you're talking about.
We all are here, look, trying to do stuff on our
Yes,
own,
we
trying to
got
figure our website, like.
Notice what the name of webmaster is.
Certain things you gotta do, but it's other things,
You're a slave to
that.
Yeah,
You do not want to be slave to a webmaster.
my money's been held up every time.
Yep. And you want to own your own domain.
Don't let
If
them
you want
buy
to be
it for
smart,
you.
if you want to be smart, register your domain outside of the server that your web